Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you doing today? Thank you all for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you all. So during our last episode, we started with Destiny Helpers. Yes, Destiny Helpers. I hope you can hear that song I'm playing on the background. It's Tope Alabi's Angel in Me. Angel in me can also mean a destiny helper. So that means there is a destiny helper God has appointed to take you to your place of destiny. And remember in my last episode, I mentioned that destiny helpers are everywhere. No man is an island. Destiny helpers can be your neighbors, they could be your friends, they could be your family, they could be your spiritual parents, they could even be your subordinates, that's people under you. So, today we are going to look at some examples of destiny helpers in the Bible. Now, Esther was one person that was able to achieve her goal because of her uncle Mordecai, who gave her useful advice when she needed it. We can all check Esther chapter 4 verses 12 to 17. That is a destiny helper. Naaman was a well-to-do captain, but he had a but in his life. He had leprosy. And this particular day, his maid was the one that advised him to visit Prophet Elisha. And he obeyed. In 2 Kings chapter 5, just read it down. You find out that the maid gave her the advice. He obeyed. And at the end of the day, he followed the instruction of Prophet Elisha and he was cleansed. And his skin came back to him like that of a newborn baby. That is a destiny helper. There was a particular widow in 2 Kings chapter 4 verses 1 to 7. This widow was at the verge of losing her two sons and she cried to the prophet. The prophet gave her certain instructions to borrow vessels, plenty vessels. And could you believe that as she knocked on the doors of her neighbors, they were bringing out vessels. They gave her vessels. She had so many vessels that, she had to beckon on her son to help her bring the vessels. She filled it up with oil. And at the end of the day, she paid off all her debts and became a well-to-do woman. That is a destiny helper. What about the case of David and Jonathan? Jonathan was a friend to David, and despite the fact that Jonathan's father, King Saul, wanted to kill David, he quickly ran to him, gave him solid advice. Guy, escape. My father has plans to kill you. We can go through that in 1 Samuel chapter 19 verses 1 to 7. That is a destiny helper. There was a particular man in the Bible, in Luke chapter 5 verses 17 to 20. This particular man had been bedridden for years. He had no one to help him, no solution. On this particular day, this fateful day, his friends decided to carry him to go meet Jesus. And they tried to get to where Jesus was. No entry. They went through the roof and lowered down their friend. And that day, their friend got his healing. That is a destiny helper. And finally, blind Bartimaeus was a person who had been blind for so long. And on this fateful day, Jesus was passing by. People were mocking him. They were pushing him aside when he was screaming, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." He refused to be shut down. These same enemies, after Jesus heard his voice, these same enemies were the same people that came to ask him to come to Jesus. His mockers became his destiny helpers. So what am I trying to tell us today? A destiny helper could be anybody. You need to identify them and make best opportunity of them. Remember, your destiny helper may be someone below you. It might also be your enemy. The important thing is that you and I must reach our destination. And it is my prayer that the Lord will send us destiny helpers in the name of Jesus. So in my next episode, we'll be talking about how to attract these destiny helpers, how to attract them, and how to keep them. It is my prayer for you that the Lord will perfect all that concerns you. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all. Bye-bye.